man charged with allegedly hitting a Duluth firefighter has been found incompetent to stand trial.
A St. Louis County District Court judge made that ruling today after a court-appointed examiner found 88-year-old Ronald Myrdahl has major neurocognitive impairment. And Myrdahl was charged with criminal vehicular operation back in January after a hit and run.
As we reported back on January 25th, 24-year-old Raymond Scoglin, an off-duty firefighter, was out for a run when he was hit by a maroon minivan police say was driven by Myrdahl. Witnesses say Myrdahl did not have his headlights on at that time, and according to court documents, the county must report to the courts every 6 months on the defendant's mental condition. County prosecutors argue that in the event that Myrdahl does become competent, the state will move forward with prosecution. Until then, the case remains suspended.